Hello and welcome. This is my tips and tricks video about VR and ACC. So the first thing when you want to create an intro, and if you see all of my intros is made from ACC, the first tip. So usually you are in this window and you can see your car, but when you want to create a showroom video, you always have the ACC logo in the top plus the Audi logo in the bottom. So you just need to click with the mouse, it's gone. And if you see this is a showroom, the mouse click, you don't have ACC logo anymore. This was my first and easy tip, but this is about VR. So if you know, I'm playing VR in all of my streams. I cannot drive on 2D screens. So yeah, the first thing what you need to go to the options, and you need to disable Vsync. Doesn't matter, VR is not using Vsync, but it's not important. Frame rate, you can limit the frame rate to 45 or you can keep it to 80. And everything else you need to put to low or medium if you are in 1070. And yeah, for me the shadows are medium or mid, because when the car is too close, they looks like they're floating. If you put to mid, the car will have an underbody shadow, so it's much more believable. It's a proper car. Anti-Aliasing needs to be switched off, and AA type, it doesn't matter because we are not using it. Everything is low. Texture, because it's a 1078 gig, can handle high. Mirror view distance 150 meters for me because I'm using the mirror. You can set it for 200, but I'm doing some big grid races, so 150. Mirror quality low, mirror resolution mid, and opponent visibility 20. If you do a VR in the same spec as mine, so I have a 2700X plus a 1070, if you have like 50 cars on the grid and everyone is on the pit, you will see FPS drops when you're going close in VR to the pit. If you limit it to 20, this will be solved. You still have a small FPS drops when someone jumping into the server. Plus, if they have custom skins, they also have a massive lag, so like a half second, 1 second. Lag when they join into the server. But if you limit it to 20, if he's going to the pit and you are in mid of the grid, this will be reducing a little bit. But this is always happening in the quali session, because mid race usually people is not joining. VR pixel density, we are not using this, keep it in 100. VR to real scale, leave it to 100. Everything here is the lowest as possible. So materials quality is mid, upsampling is disabled, bloom quality off. Everything is done. This is originally 60%. I set it to 70. It's a little bit less bulky the car when you're getting closer, and they increasing the quality for the cars. Edge load, this is on. So basically, when something is close to you and they are at a greater distance, they will be. So if something is far away from you, the object will be less detailed, and when you're getting closer, they will improve the quality. You don't notice it when you're racing and you're fighting against cars. It looks bad if it's more taxing on your GPU if it's disabled. Advanced sharpen filter, it's amazing if it's enabled. But when you have 10 or 15 cars in the same, so usually in start, or you have some kind of grid position when you have reverse grid and you need to catch up with the cars, this will be taxing on your GPU. Motion blur disabled, amazingly annoying to use VR with motion blur, and everything else is the standard, so you don't change anything here. And this is the first part what you're changing. And the second, you need to find the Oculus Debug tool. It's usually in your C program files. and let me show you how does it looks like. So this looks like here. First thing, when your GPU has FPS issues, so you are not a lucky one with a 2080 Ti, you need to do ASVP, this one, and you need to ASV enabled force 45 FPS. So this will limit every screen frame what's going to your Oculus to 45, and they double up to 90, like creating a fake frame between the 45 between the frames, and you will have 90 FPS regardless your GPU calculating only 45 what is going to your VR headset. And in this case you will have lower FPS, less taxing on your GPU, but your FPS will be consistent, and you don't have these issues when in VR you're dropping below 60, you can have a motion sickness. So this need to be enabled if you are in 1070 or you just want to have a smooth experience. And this is super sampling. So super sampling for your VR. So if you leave it at 0 and you're using a 1080p resolution on in-game, you cannot read the dashboard, you cannot read numbers, you cannot read chat, you cannot do anything. And you need to set this to 1.25. So this will be upsampling every pixel, you will have a little bit crisper resolution. And if you have a higher GPU like 2080 Ti, you need to go with this one to 1.5. So it's a massive upsampling. And in this case, you also need to enable high KTAA anti-aliasing, and you will have a good VR experience on a high-end GPU. But if you shadow distance is low. Yeah, so if you're using a 1070, I'm recommended to disable it, because you are not focusing on the visual quality, you're focusing on the race, you're focusing on a smooth experience, you want to see where is the apex. And if you have a blurry picture, your VR experience will be ruined, and maybe you cannot follow the same racing line what you can do with fastest possible VR settings for ACC. So this is my tips and tricks. Thank you for watching, thank you for being amazing and awesome. Yeah, just stay safe, stay awesome, and if you are still here, we are looking for more players for Team Snail Esports. Players, members, friends. Most likely we're not looking for aliens, we're looking for players or friends who became a friend and will be racing with us. And yeah, we have some kind of gift for every members of our team. I managed to create all of us dedicated car skin. We're using the black and yellow as a base color. This is for our team Snail color scheme. And if you want to join, you're more than welcome. Just jump into the Discord, and take care, stay awesome, stay safe, cheers.